Hi, this is RockinRobin. Today we are doing something very different. We are traveling from Stuart, Florida to Cocoa Beach. And what we're going to do is we're going to stop at the thrift stores on the way. We are not going to stop at the ones we normally stop at. We're going to stop at maybe the ones from an hour away, maybe from like Melbourne to Cocoa Beach and Titusville and that area. If this is your first time here, I want you to know that we sell on eBay. We sell on Poshmark. We sell on Facebook Marketplace, and we sell at the flea market. Today we're excited because we get to take you on an adventure, and we're going to stay overnight, and then we're going to thrift store more on the way home. So we'll show you a little bit of what we find. This is exciting. You stay with us. This is RockinRobin. So we were very excited to get going and see all the new things. That was something new for us to see. And we took about an hour to get to our first exit we were going. And the first one we went to was in Palm Bay, Florida. Now you can see it was drizzling a little. It wasn't that bad. We did have the windshield wipers on, but we were so excited to get to our first one. And it was a Goodwill, and we had high hopes. You can see it was a little bit off the highway to get to our first one on our way to the Space Coast. But here we are finally turning. We were so excited. Even the dog was excited to get out and see what was going. And it wasn't raining that bad at that point, so it was okay. We figured maybe it'll rain a little more on the way out, but we weren't worried about it. Although the whole weekend was planned for rain. Okay, here we go. So we finally got in. And the first thing I saw was shoes, and I looked at shoes first. Now, I wasn't as impressed with this one as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a really good Goodwill, but I thought it was kind of dumpy-ish. They did have some nice shoes, and they did look like they probably had some nice stuff. We spent quite a while in here. We spent maybe almost an hour going through the hard goods and the shoes, and I went through every t-shirt looking for something. I didn't find too much, except this is what we found on the parking lot when we got out of the store. I will show you what we bought in them all the videos later, but that wasn't too much fun. So we drove to the next one, which was in Melbourne. We had gone to a couple others and they were not open. I don't know if it was coronavirus or what, but they weren't open, and this one was. Now, I really liked this one. We ended up going to this one on the way there, and we ended up going back. This is the one we found more items than anything else. This looked like it was a new one that had just opened. It had moved from another spot to this spot. And, you know, I looked around from one end to the other. It was very big. And you can see the puppy was there, and she was very happy as well. And there was a couple of things. We did not take those TV ears because they were $39.99, and that's more than they were selling on eBay. We did take some of the other things in this cart, which I will show you in detail after we do the flea market tip of the week, because it's Friday. We did get some of these things, and we did get those shoes. Those were nice Crocs, and some items in there. Yes, we did get that Mickey, and I will tell you he is a Disney, and we will tell you all about him later as well. So then we went off to the next. Yes, it was still raining, but we made it to the next one. Not any of them were that good. We did find a few items in each of them, but not more than one or two. In the other one, we found quite a bit. And we took off. And as you can see, we had quite a ride. We had to go over this bridge in order to get closer to Cocoa Beach. We were going to Cocoa Beach, and then we were going to Titusville where the space area is. But when we went over here, we had to go to this bridge, and we did see Patrick's Air Force Base and Cocoa Beach. If you want to see more of our videos, go to RockinRobin 103, and we'll show you all about some of the things we saw, like Ron John and Cocoa Beach and different areas, a nice park to do with the Space Coast, and it had fingerprints of the spacemen. But it was a nice ride, and I wanted to show you, even though that it rained, we were getting closer to Cocoa Beach, and there was actually 2 bridges to take here, and the second bridge. This might be the second bridge when you go over. You can see the view on each side was really very pretty, despite the rain. It's a good trip if you ever need to take it. I don't know if this is one, but when we were coming over the bridge at one point, we started seeing a lot of airplanes because it was so close to Patrick Air Force Base. Might not be this one. All right, so we finally did get to a thrift store, a Goodwill in the Space Coast. This was in Titusville, I believe, or it could have been Cocoa Beach. I'm not sure. I believe it was Cocoa Beach, actually. Okay, and we didn't find anything in that one. And then we figured we have to show you a little bit of Cocoa Beach while we're there. And look at how beautiful the weather was at that point. And then we found another one. Now this one, it was not a Goodwill or a Salvation Army. It was a separate one, and the prices were extremely high. So we didn't buy anything there. And then we went to Molly Mutt's. Molly Mutt's is a Humane Society thrift store. It was very small. I did find a cap, which I will show you later. What's really funny is that our old dog was Molly, and that was Molly Mutt's. This is A1. Now, I didn't expect to find anything here, but the clothes were priced so reasonably that I did buy a few. This is one that we hit on the way home in Vero Beach. I did not buy anything at this one. On the way home, we didn't seem to hit as many good ones. It seemed like the better ones were in Melbourne. Kind of liked those. Cocoa Beach, they were not bad. There were a lot of little thrift stores. But Vero Beach was not that good. And then I think the next one we hit was in Sebastian as well. And that one wasn't so great either. We had a Salvation Army. I was excited to get there because I had never been there, and then I didn't like it. So we're going to show you everything we bought after we do our flea market tip of the week. Hi, this is RockinRobin, and here's our flea market tip of the week. If you have something expensive, do not put it out so it can be stolen. Keep it in the car, keep it in your pocket, keep it somewhere safe. Sometimes you may want to just bring a picture of the item in case you know somebody who might be interested and meet them at a later time, because things are often stolen. So if you have something expensive, do not just leave it on the table and not worry about it. You need to be safe. Keep it in your car. This is RockinRobin, and that's your flea market tip of the week. So it's time to take a look at what we bought. We bought this at the very first one before the rain really came down. We are going to sell this at the flea market. It's a case for people with flea market to put stuff in. I know other flea markets will really need that. We have a lot of them. Then we bought several of these, 2 of these actually. These were kits, and one was Dale Earnhardt and one was a NASCAR 50th. They were gold editions, so we did purchase them for $4.99 each. And since we had so good on the Mario, when we bought the big Mario for $10, this was 99 cents. So we took a chance on it. It's not that great, so we are going to sell it at the flea market. We did find these Everlast boxing gloves for $1.99, and we are putting them up on eBay, so that's a good eBay item. Now this is not quite time. This is a Disney popcorn maker. We have one from last year that we were selling, and this is from a couple years ago. It's plastic, and you put popcorn right in there, you see, and people love to collect those. Now, we also found these last 3 items we found at the good store that I told you about. This was a boxing shoes, and they were brand new, and we bought those. They were like $4.99. We found some really good items in the first one. Now, this hat that we're coming across, this cap, is what I bought in the Humane Society. It was a Marlins, and it was a $59.50, and it's a new era, and it was in excellent condition, so I purchased that. Now, we did also purchase these shoes at the one that we really liked. These were a pair of Crocs. They were $5.99, I believe, and they were nice condition, and I did put those up on eBay. We also bought at another store another pair of Crocs. These are material, and I don't know if they're as good as the other ones, but they were a good price, and both pairs were in really good condition. The bottoms were excellent, and I like to sell Crocs. I don't sell too many shoes, but I can sell Crocs. Now, the next thing we bought was $2.99. It's a cape, and I got it at one of the Goodwills, and I'm going to sell it on Halloween or near Halloween. We did buy a bunch of T-shirts, and the next thing is a bunch of T-shirts. This one is an MMA. And we bought most of these T-shirts, I think, for $1.50 around there, because we get our percentage. And this one, yeah, that was an MMA Elite. And the next one we bought, this was $1.50 at that little tag sale hole in the wall that we found, A1 or A something. And this was a Disney, and I wish it fit me. I would be so happy, but it was a size small. It was nice, as you could see. It has a little hood. It wasn't like perfect condition, almost not used. Now, this was also $1.50, and I found it at the same place, Washington Capitals. It's very plain. It just says the Washington Capitals, but it's a great little jersey, and someone's gonna like it. I also, at the good one, when we went back at the Salvation Army, I found this Antonio Gates jersey, and he is a great player. So I'm going to sell him. And then these were some of the T-shirts I found. These were some concert T-shirts. These are Brad Paisley and his tour on the back. Now, these are not vintage. These are not old, and they're not really valuable. I like to collect and sell them. This is David Crowder Band, but I wouldn't go crazy looking for them because they're only like $15 in shipping. They're not, you know, one of these $25 and $50 shirts. But I do always like that kind of thing. And around here, we have a lot of people who like country music. Now, the next thing I bought, I am not political, but this shirt was from 1984 and it was original. I had to buy it. And this one I bought because it had a picture of this girl and it looked really cool. I figured someone would like it. This is RockinRobin. Thank you for watching. See you on Monday. Go out there, find something good, and go make yourself some money. Have a good day.